They have also amassed a huge following on Instagram.
Oh,
If you're not following, daily updates, videos of them on their track, a lot of reporting on the dog Aloka and the challenges of getting surgery there. So I know a lot of you have been following along as well.
Yeah, I feel like people who have followed the whole journey, it's probably been something. to
Right,
see everything
yeah.
they've been
The
through.
whole time from Texas.
Yeah, it's amazing.
All right, Ryan has a lot going on because
Yeah.
we're at the clock point where we're going to start watching very closely tonight.
Yeah, we're pretty much, it's this event, this round of snow, and then we're quiet for a couple of days. So
Okay.
you can go on cruise control after tonight, I think, for most places. For the majority of us, this is an overnight event tonight, and I think that by daybreak tomorrow, if you're east, or I should say west of Waterville and south of Waterville, there isn't much more that's going to fall during the day. But in eastern and northern Maine, this is going to linger, and there will be a few additional inches that fall during the day tomorrow. Radar now showing the snow getting close. This you see here, that's not really hitting the ground at all. The radar algorithm thinking there's some snow, but it is snowing back in Vermont and western New Hampshire, and this is all that's headed east. Right now 28 in both Portland and Bangor, 34 in Freiburg. These numbers will drop a little bit as the air saturates right before the snow starts. So 7 o'clock, the leading edge of the snow into western Maine, probably starting in Portland around or just after 7. Back in New Hampshire at this point, snowing at a pretty good rate, and it ramps up quickly. There will be a couple of hours where the snow can come down at about 1 inch per hour, and that's tough to keep up with. Low visibility, slippery travel for sure. 11 o'clock, we're snowing in Greater Bangor, snowing in Bar Harbor, and just about all of the state is snowing by midnight. Now this is a band of snow that moves through, so after midnight we actually begin to lighten this up in southern Maine, and I think that by daybreak tomorrow you can get your shoveling and plowing in, and then most of the morning should be fine getting around in central and southern Maine. In eastern and northern Maine though, there is precipitation that hangs back, snow, in this trough associated with the system offshore, and this kind of hangs over eastern Maine and may pivot a little bit southward during the afternoon and evening, but you don't wrap up the snow here completely until tomorrow night. That's why we think you get an additional few inches during the day. While outside of there may actually be some breaks of sun tomorrow with temps that hit the low 30s. Now tomorrow night you can see this all finally pulls away, and it's long gone even in eastern Maine by Thursday morning. 3 to 6 inches of snow does it for most of us. But again, in this part of the state, it's on the ground by about sunrise on Wednesday. And down east, you're not done until Wednesday evening or Wednesday night, which is why we think we'll have multiple totals up over 6 inches. So far this winter, and especially the last few weeks, we have been in this Arctic air, repeated shots of it coming down from Canada with the jet stream dug to our south. You may remember, of course, they had that winter storm that went through the southeast with the jet stream in this position. But it's easing up. Even though we have snow tonight, the Arctic cold has retreated, and for the rest of the week into next week, it looks like we'll have temperatures closer to normal. Now that doesn't mean we're headed to a major thaw with 40s and 50s for a sustained period of time, but it wouldn't shock me if next week we get close to the 40-degree mark in parts of the state. So the pattern overall does look to be a little less wintry. Marine forecast seas 2 to 4 feet, northwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots out there tomorrow. So snow moves through tonight. The most of the snow that's left over tomorrow will be in northern and eastern Maine. I think for the rest of the state, there's just a stray flurry or a snow shower. Dry for Thursday and Friday with sunshine, temps in the low to middle 30s. Chance for a few snow showers on Saturday. And then right now we think a bigger storm misses on Monday, but we'll keep an eye on it given it's 6 days away.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.